Hello, this is Talamir and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we are going to be looking at a ThinkPad. I think it's a Gen 1, E15 Gen 1 is what it is. It has an issue with the charge port. I'd say this is a kind of issue that's relatively easy to identify. You plug it in, you look for the light to turn on. Did the light turn on? It did. But if you wiggle the cable, it goes out. Then it comes back on. If it's just at the unfortunate angle, it'll go out again. So what this is clearly a port that is loose. Maybe not so much on the back side where the pins are, as much as within the internals itself. So if I go in there with my tweezers, I'll notice that the little connector on the inside is rather wiggly. So I have a charge port replacement. Just got some screws to take out of the back. All of these have a little washer that holds them in place so that they don't come out, which is very nice. And getting into these things couldn't be simpler. Find an angle, find a corner is what usually I like to do. For example, like right here, there's a good spot. You could also use one of those others. And then you just start running the pry tool along there. Do it on a bit of an angle. You're trying to lever this out, otherwise you're going to end up with a lot of broken clips. And this final bit can be sometimes a little bit tough. It's right here. What you're going to do is just pull up on one of these corners and get your way in there, and you should have enough leverage to get that little bit there peeled out. I think this screw is stuck, just slightly sticking. There we go. We are. I didn't break any clips. Nice. So right here, oh, I did. Yep, I broke a clip. So we're gonna have to take the whole motherboard out. That includes taking the fan out and the SSD, as well as, well, you don't need to take the Wi-Fi out, but I like to. Same thing with the RAM. Now the only reason I'm taking out the Wi-Fi card as well as the RAM is simply because I don't want to risk damaging them. Like I'm having the majority of the heat over here, but I mean, if there's any way that I can decrease any potential damage to the board, I will. There's two more ribbon cables on the back of the board here. Just look there they are. Flip up the little locking switches, pull them out. So the final thing that you're going to want to change out, I'll just go back into normal mode, is this right here. This is a little bit of foam, and if you do not remove it, it's going to end up melting, and in a rather annoying way. So it's a good idea to get it off. You can put it back on afterwards. Now, before we even think about taking this port off, I wanted to take a look and just see what's going on with it, just because of the fact that it is lifted up a little bit and then it disconnects kind of intermittent. So here's some of the pins. I don't believe this is all of them, because if we look at the other, I'm right and I'm wrong. It's hard to see through the plastic, but if you look through the plastic, I know that there's some pins right across here. You can see them, they're through board pins. You got these pins down here, which are the ones that we were looking at. My point being is that if you look right here, I'm wondering if those are loose. If these are loose, I might explain why. If you shake the port, not shake, but wiggle the port a little bit, it starts acting weird, disconnecting. That one's loose. That one's loose. Like, they're just barely loose, but they're loose. That one's also loose. Are they all loose? Yeah, every single one of those pins are loose. I'm pondering whether or not I should even replace that port. Maybe I should just remove the port, and then I could put a little bit of flux on, clean up the current, put a little bit of leaded solder on. It would give it a little bit more give, so it's not as likely to shatter instead. I don't think that's a terrible idea. I have looked on the inside of the port already, and I didn't see anything of concern. It looked pretty normal. That's our problem right there, lifted pins. So theoretically, I don't need this charge port. I have my heat gun at 410 degrees Celsius at 55. Let's turn that up to maybe 60% airspeed. I want to get this out fast. I'm a little bit concerned about burning stuff. Grab my tweezers. I'm just moving around quickly. I'm going to get the board up to temperature. I don't want to cause shock to the board. You can see why I wanted to go and get that spongy stuff off there, off the LED. There we go. So, let's take a look and see what's going on with this. I just want to look at the back of the port itself, underneath the microscope. Let's break out the finer tweezers. Just want to poke around at things. These are just little plastic nibs. If they melt, they're kind of a pain to work with. Really what I'm curious about is whether or not there's any damage. What I'm trying to figure out is if there's a crack within the port itself. You know what, let's break out the other one. I want to see whether or not this port wiggles in the same way, basically. It's definitely an aftermarket. It's very different looking. Like, it's the same, but different. I don't know how else to explain it. Like this one, they both have a bump on the back. That one's got a bump on the back. This one as well. But it looks like it's a little bit more pronounced. I think my conclusion must be that the port is fine. Now, the reason why I'm just trying so hard to determine whether or not this port is fine and not just replacing it is because I know for a fact that an original Lenovo port is a better, it's just a better overall port than an aftermarket port. So I would be better off trying to make sure whether or not the original port is good than replacing it. And I think it is good. And I'm not going to go and put any additional solder on the straight through board pins. They've got enough as is, it should be fine. Is that one gone? Oh, well, crap. How does the new port look? As far as I can tell, there is supposed to be a pin there. So I'm going to focus on just putting a little bit of solder on these. Sometimes it's perfectly fine to not do that, like you don't absolutely need to. But I've always found that you get a better connection if you add a little bit of solder to these in advance. Just going to give this a little bit of a cleanup. I'm going to add a little bit of leaded solder in here. You're going to want to heat up the board first. This is the same method you also want to do when you're putting the port back on. Want to put some heat in the board, so I'm not sticking around just the port area. I'm moving out a little bit into the board itself. Pretty sure that is liquid right now. Let's get some leaded solder on this creature. I think I found the pin. See right here? I'm gonna have to grab my tweezers for this. It's right here. You see that little nib of copper color right here? That's it. That's the pin. I need to get it out before I can do anything else. There it is. I was wondering where it went. Good enough. Let's get this cleaned up. I'm gonna use a cotton swab first. And just heat this up first. Makes it a lot easier to clean away that old flux if the board is a little warm. Beautiful. We're ready. So what we're going to do now is just going to add a tiny amount of flux to this. I'm going to end up spreading this around. Alright, same process as before, heating it up for the board around. I am going to be heating from below first, and you want to make sure that you're grabbing the correct port, not the old port. Know where your port is in advance. Have it ready. I'm going to do the same thing as before, as I was saying. I'm going to heat up the board itself. Once it's up to temperature, more or less. And I actually, I'm sorry, I can't really explain what is up to temperature. I'm just going by feel. And then I'm not even knowing by feel. I'm thinking to myself, how long does it usually take for me to remove a port? And I'm going by that. And that could be about 3 minutes. And I'm looking just to heat this up for a little while. Just don't want the board to absorb as much heat. That's all. At this point, I am going to heat up this spot specifically. I wish I could see this underneath the microscope, but this will do. At some point, these little guys are going to go shiny. That I can definitely see without the microscope. This part's taking a little longer on the right. Oh, there we go. Now we switch to the bottom. We know that it's all more or less up to temperature. As long as I don't fiddle around with this too long, I should be okay. You gotta get the temperature of the port up as well. Theoretically, that should be good enough, I hope. Take a look underneath the microscope and see what it looks like. Okay, it should be cooled down now. How do the pins look? Let's just give them a little nudge. They're all very solid. I have no way of checking the other pins. They're all right here. It looks good. Let's give this a little clean on the back. And the front. It's about as good as I can do it. I think it's pretty clean. Yeah. Turned out very nice. Let's test the port. That looks good. That looks good. Let's make sure it charges. This is a standard 1920 volt USB-C charge cable. Is what I've got here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this through the microscope, but I'll try. You can kind of see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's charging. Or I should say it is taking some amperage. It's pulling amperage. Okay, let's go about testing this creature. Also got to put this little guy back. This goes around this little LED right here. I don't know what its purpose is, but clearly it's trying to prevent something. Maybe light. It's trying to make sure that the light doesn't get across the board. That doesn't make any sense either. I have no idea why that is. Maybe it helps make the light brighter. I guess. Maybe. Okay, that should be good enough for now. Last thing I want to do is I want to stick this RAM in, and I want to reconnect the battery. Don't want to put a whole lot in like right now. I just want to test it. I want to make sure that it's taking a good charge. Okay, let's see if this is taking a charge. We can also give it a wiggle and stuff. Very good. Fan spun up a little bit. It was drawing 2.8 amps. I saw briefly 2.6. It's bouncing around a little bit. That's good. It's charging. It's probably on at this point. Now the real question is whether or not I'm going to plug it in fully. Wiggling around and nothing's happening. It's doing what it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to unplug the battery. Let's put the rest of this back together. Done. So I'm not going to screw this back plate in just yet. I want to make sure that this is charging properly and turning on. That sounds weird, but you don't want to ever get to the point where you've got everything completely put back together when you've missed something. Let's plug it back in. The light is shining bright. And you can wiggle it around and it doesn't do anything. Very good. Let's turn it on. There we go. There we have it. We have a display, which is, well, it was showing a display before too. If you just held the cable at the right angle, it would be fine. But yeah, let's get those screws finally all back together and we'll be good to go. I do need to put more thermal paste on that CPU. That is something that I completely forgot about. Let's turn this off. Doesn't require much, just needs a little bit. Tiniest of amounts. Now you see what I mean when I said don't put it all back together yet, you know? And I didn't put down these screws yet either. So it's a job that was only partially complete. Look how little it was. That actually might be a little bit too much. All done, fully checked, everything looks good. And that is another device done and dusted. So that's all there is to this video, guys. If you like the video, please do leave a like, and if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you all in another video. Bye.